Welcome to the Super Mario Odyssey Minimum Cap Throw Challenge, Part 4. So before this episode starts, I just want to apologize. I had a bit of a miscount in the first episode, and apparently the boss there, you did not at all have to use any cap throws. So let's take 5 cap throws off the counter. Sorry about that. Welcome back to another installment of the Super Mario Odyssey Minimum Cap Throw Challenge. So, here I am, back again, and I realize I have enough coins to buy, actually, our first moon for this kingdom. So, here we can do it. It's the first shop moon. It's the first moon for the kingdom. Pretty easy for our first moon. Here I had to answer the Sphinx's question. But first, I had to get this bunny. It was pretty hard to get it without Cappy, but I eventually got it. As soon as I got past the Sphinx, I immediately came around here because I knew there was a moon here. I bonked my head. It was actually kind of hard getting around these enemies, but I did. Here you can see this nut. And I had to find a strategy to get up to it. It was kind of weird, but it eventually worked. I was able to get this neat little outfit. And yes, I tried and I tried, but we have to capture these in order to get through this kingdom. And for some reason, they actually have a shell that you have to take off. So it's actually 2 Cappy throws for this. I was able to defeat this piranha plant no problem, despite him, spitting poison at me, but I got a moon for it, so, who cares? This section was actually pretty weird. It took some weird platforming too because of the falling platforms. So I used the P switch to get around, and well, as you can see, I'm on the falling platforms. I start trying to jump up, and this section is actually kind of funny. I try to get up once with a ground pound, but guess what? I fail because I time it too late. And then I have to do it again, and then I bonk my head on the nut. How fun. This section took more precise platforming than the last one. Well, I'm actually kind of surprised. I did as good as I did without, having Cappy. I would try to go up there, but then I decided to change my mind because I figured I could get up here, and I did. I hopped on the moving platform here, and I was surprisingly able to get up with the jump system we put in place. And here we have the fight with the boss. And this fight was actually kind of weird. I mean, he kind of took me by surprise with that attack. But I was actually able to defeat him, and this is the boss, I think, in the Cap Kingdom, so I know for a couple reasons. I even looked it up, and yeah, you don't have to use Cappy. But, so here he starts circling around me in triangles, and I'm getting ready to damage him. So, since here's actually the first time I had to attack him, I wanted to actually try to throw rocks at him, but there were only 2 of them, so it would have only gotten past one thing. And eventually I just decided, hey, screw it, I wonder what happens if I could take his hat off, and guess what, I can. Here's my final scuffle with the boss, and I really did not think I was going to be able to get him through all that, but I had the damage boost through it, and luckily I was able to. He eventually fell down, and I got the bunch of bananas. So the next portion of this kingdom only requires 2 extra captures, one of them being this one, and only 2 extra cap throws besides this, which we'll get into later. Here's the first one. I had to collect these flowers to be able to get up, which I actually had to decide between opening 2 of these doors and getting 2 moons, or doing something else, and it really depended on how many it would take. The first cap throw was actually this nutter. I actually decided to just walk up to her and see if there was anything I could do about breaking them without the tank. Unfortunately, there wasn't, but it's still funny that I just decided to walk up and investigate. I did have to go back and capture the tank, though, which is another one of the cap throws. Here, I actually have to destroy these, which, I was getting kind of spammed by these balls, but I had actually just collected a heart. It was pretty secret. You had to break something in the back, and I destroyed this one, but somehow it still hurt me. I guess it was close enough, but I unlocked the moon. Eventually, I got it. And here we are, finally at the boss battle. Here is our last capture of the kingdom. Not our last cap throw, though, because we do need to power up the Odyssey. Whoa, Gary the Snail is looking rough nowadays. These boxes were actually pretty easy because you just had to land in the middle of a shadow to dictate where they were going. But landing in the middle of him after breaking all of them was actually kind of weird. The graphics in the game do look nice, though. Here's actually the hard part about fighting him, the lasers, which they're not even actually that hard, since as long as you hold all the way up, they're pretty easy. But, you know, they're the hardest part, since comparably everything else is easy. And here's the final banana munch that we need to beat this kingdom. So all in all, we actually had a pretty good run in this kingdom, but we have to remember that we have to have one cap throw for the Odyssey. So in total, we had 21 cap throws, and out of those, 8 are from this kingdom. Once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next installment of the Super Mario Odyssey Minimum Cap Throw Challenge.